Come on, let me say hi. Come on. Go on, say what you need to say. Go on. This color is too big. Hey. Hey, everybody. Can y'all see? Okay, good. Perfect. All right. Let me turn this off and get my thing. The goal is to learn about the key terms in the WeCreate Make It software. I know this is a weird time of day, 3 o'clock. Like, what is 3 o'clock on a Friday? But this is the time I had. So we're going to make use of it. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all for being here. Hey, Gina and Joan and little Kiki, Courier, LaShonda. Hey, y'all probably know more than me, but I'm going to share what I know and hope it'll help you. Hey, Donzel and Beth, Chris. Hey, Lachey. Did I say hey to Gina B? I don't know. Bobby Louveau. Hey, Keisha, Denise, Songbird. Okay, so now I did create a document, and I'll show you what it looks like. And if you want it, then you can just let me know, or you can just make your own. But I just did this, and I didn't fill it in because I kind of want you to fill it in as we go. It just looks like this, and what I'm planning to do is just kind of, give an overview of this. But let me know if y'all want that, and then we can do the things. So, hey, y'all. Let's see. Hey. Spice. Is it Space Angel or Spice Angel? You looking for it, Keisha? Okay, thank you. Fields and Forks. Okay, Diana. Hey, y'all want it? Okay, now you see how simple. Now look, this is not fancy, right? But now, in my opinion, there is enough space here for you to, put in some notes. I did also leave a link to this document. Let me show you. Hopefully y'all are doing well. Forgive my manners. I made this document when I did this video, I don't know, weeks ago. Maybe, I don't even know how long ago it was. Maybe in November. I made this document for anyone who's in the market for a WeCreate, so you could decide like which one is right for you. And this document is already linked below the video. Hey, the tech. Hey, Holly. Okay, scrapping like a lady. I love that. Okay, so this document is already linked below. This one, I will link it right now. Okay. All right. So this is only if you're in the market, like, what's the cost, what's the size, all the things. And I share my honest opinions about it, about the ones I have. I do not have the 40 watt. So that's the only one that's not on here. But this is just the key terms that we're going to be talking about today. All right. Hey, y'all. Hey, Tracy Sand. Okay, let me share this with y'all in case for those of you who want it. And I feel like it's enough space on here for taking notes. Hopefully y'all are doing great. Hopefully y'all are doing great. We just recently got home from the funeral, and everything was good. My friend did a really good job honoring her dad. Where am I? I don't know what's going on. Inserts. Hopefully y'all are doing great. Let's see. Who's doing this? Uh-oh. Okay, here it is. Hey, I'm biased. Thank you, LaShonda. Hey, Dimps. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Let me bring this document to share the document with y'all. Okay. Almost finished, y'all. 1 second. Let's see. Let's make that a little small. I'm trying to make sure it's just 1 page because I don't think you need it to be 2 pages. Everything gets difficult once I go live. Okay, save this PC. Key terms. Now, like I said, this is very it's very basic, and I know it's, y'all probably know a lot more than I do, which is great. That's great. But I'm going to share what I know, and hopefully it'll help you, and that'll be great. Okay. File. Okay, that. Save. Hey, Patrina. Hey, Valdosta. Is it called in Valdosta? Official legend, not that motherboard. Oh, X2. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't have that one. Gina, you don't know it. You look. You might know more than you think you do. All right. Okay. Almost finished, y'all. It takes forever to just get this in a way that it can be shared. So I apologize for not already having it, but I didn't want to upload it and y'all be like, we don't care to have that because it's really nothing. Okay, copy link. All right, and then go here. Okay. All right. So I saved it in the description. Hey, Lady Blueberry. Hey, I saved it in the description. So you might have to refresh and get to it. You might. Holly, I think the reviews are mixed. I think that there are people who love that brand, and there are people who, and they're gonna, that's my man. I'm gonna stick beside them. And then there are people who don't. So, hey Jesse, hey to everyone. Thank y'all so much for being here. which I have the, oh, Holly, she has a Excel. Okay, y'all got it? The document, it should be down there now. All right. So if you look under the description of the video, you should be able to see it. Okay. All right. I wish I could change the, so that it's a full screen, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Style. Default. I don't know how to change it so that it's back to show headlines. What is that? Okay, that's fine. I don't know how to. Oh my God. Hey, come on, be in a circle. Miles. Okay, I don't know how to fix it so that it's on a full screen, but anyway, we'll just go with this. We'll go with this. Overlay video clips. I don't know. Background music. I don't know. Anyway, thank y'all for being here. Hopefully you got the document and you'll be able to follow along. Y'all got it? It's down there, okay? Y'all hear me? I'm gonna have to tell them I'm on live. All right, so we're gonna go into the software. Now, the software that I'm talking about is the free version. I have some notes that I made for myself that I'll make sure I say. Number one, I'm using the free version of WeCreat Make It. I'm not using the one that you have to pay for. I don't know about any benefits of using that. If you use the paid version and you love it, let us know what you love about it. I don't need to pay for another thing. Okay, I don't need any more. I don't need any more software of any kind. Okay, so I want to say that. What else? What other notes did I make for myself? Also, I don't design. Hey, Rondrea, I don't design in this software. Typically, if I'm making something and I want to change it up a little bit, I will design or make changes in Leonardo. Then I'll save it as an SVG, and then I'll bring it to the software. And let me give you an example. Hey, Amanda. So some of you saw the sea turtle tumbler that I made, and it had like a wrap around design. And when I made that tumbler, it was actually somebody purchased a tumbler from me, a 40-ounce tumbler. You didn't notice a change? Okay, then get rid of it. WeCreat earmuffs. I wanted to add more sea turtles than what was in the file. And I felt like I knew how to maneuver it more or better in Leonardo than I do in WeCreat. So I just did it there, saved it as an SVG, then brought it over. Okay, so if you are working with a tumbler or whatever you're making, and you know Leonardo Design Studio or another software that you can export your files, I suggest doing that, because this software, the terms are different. And if you're anything like me, right, you want information overload. Okay. All right. So y'all got the document? Hey, Anna, y'all got this document? Marlo, that's disgusting. Okay. All right. So let's go into the software. Now, right now, I'm still connected to my Lumas, but I mean, we should still be able to do all the things that I want to show. Okay. So I'm going to close some of this stuff out. Let's close this. Done. Let's close this. Close this. Close this. All right. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have closed that because StreamYard. Okay, let's no. Okay. I'm opening it back up so it can start fresh. Watch it won't open. That'll be my luck. Trying to close out some stuff. Cancel. I'm gonna keep that open. All right, so let me share my screen so you can see what I'm doing. All right, enter studio. Hey y'all, look, every time I click this, my email comes up, which is, it's fine. It's fine, that's fine. But it does make the screen bigger. Thank God for that. I'll take it. Stop. Okay, enter. All right. So I'm gonna go to present, share screen. Thank you, Rack 78.99. All right, let's click there and go to share and then go to the software. Okay, so here is the software, right? And here in the software, I'm gonna just show you when I log in, you'll see that it's gonna ask me if I wanna go to the, whatever, upgrade or whatever, and I don't. So I'm gonna click right here on new project. Honestly, I don't even look at this stuff. Some of you may have seen the video I did when I was talking about Cricut Design Space, and I was saying that when I open Cricut Design Space, for the most part, I already know what I want to make. So I don't go in there thinking, what do I want to make? I don't go into here thinking, what do I want to make? I already know what I want to do. So I don't really look at this stuff, but maybe you do. Okay. You do, Patrina? There are people who love it and there are people who don't. Okay, so then like you can scroll down and look through here. I'm probably missing out because look, there's some cute stuff. Look at that. That's really cute. That is really cute. Oh my gosh. Right? Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, I shouldn't have looked through here. Anyway, I just normally click on new project and then I just open it up. Okay, hey Sharon Jordan. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I just go right to the canvas because I don't need to. Normally, I'll already have the file. Like if I'm using, something from Creative Fabrica, I'll already know like what I'm going to do with it. All right, so right here is the canvas. This is what the canvas. So on my document, I would just put that the canvas is the workspace. Right, so that's what this is right here. This is the canvas, and you can have more than one canvas open at a time. So like I can click this plus, right, and go to new project, and then I can open another canvas. I don't typically do that. I normally just work with one thing at a time, but wanted you to know that you can do that. I also want to say that I use my WeCreate, no matter which one I'm using, I use it connected by USB. Okay, so you can connect it via Bluetooth or whatever, Wi-Fi. I just prefer to keep mine connected via USB. So I have actually now I have three 15-foot USB cables, and they're connected with this. I can't show it to you right now because it's connected, but they're. Let me see if I can. I can't. I'll take a picture and show you with my phone. They're connected with this little adapter thing. So I don't know if you can see it, but that's what it looks like. So I just keep all of them because my WeCreates are on the other side over there by the window, and they're all connected to the air filters. Okay, so I'm gonna power this on. I have my Lumos right here. Yeah, I use it. Yep, that's what I use, and that way I don't have to unplug and then replug and then unplug. So, all right. So the other ones are powered off. The only one that's powered on is the Lumos, And so when I click right here for device, it's going to show me WeCreate on USB. And I can just click it and it says, are you sure to activate premium membership? And I don't know how to get rid of that. So I just always say cancel. And then I open it up. So now this is the canvas, and the Lumos canvas is pretty much just like the other ones. It's just smaller. Okay. All right. So we know what the canvas is. Let's look at this left panel over here. So if I'm following my list, thank you, Gina B. I'm gonna use the Vista too, but I just want to start here since it's already connected right here. All right, so because I use this to put the names on the bags for the nurses. It came out really good. They came out really good. Okay, so right here, left panel. Let's look at this left panel. So over here, you have where you can import an image or draw an image. You have shapes, just basic shapes. You have the text box, pen. I have never used that pen tool. You have AI. I've never used that either. You have a toolbox. We're going to talk about the toolbox. This is where you click to import files. We'll talk about that in a minute. And if I don't come back to it, make sure I do, because I want to talk about import files. The select tool, the drag tool. I don't really use this drag tool. If I want to move over left or right on the canvas, I just hold down the space bar and I can do it. And then here's the layers panel, and then here's the canvas. Okay, so if I have more than one thing open at a time, like I can click right here and open another document. Okay. All right, so we understand this left panel right here. If you just joined and you were wondering about this document, this is below the video. Okay. All right. So one thing I don't have on here that I made a note for myself that I wanted to talk about is the text box. So even though I didn't remember to list it, I kind of want to just talk about that first now. Okay. It does. I don't know. Let me see. This is you see it's on USB. What version of the software? I'm using 3.0.2, Stacy. So I don't know. Okay. So let's look at the text. I'm going to click right there and then just click on the canvas. Now, when I click on the canvas, it automatically brings in the text. And if I look over here, and I'm trying not to jump ahead of myself, if I look over here, it automatically goes to line engraved. See where I am right here? Follow my mouse. See where I am right here? See where I am right here? It goes over here to line engrave. So if you want your text to be like lines and not filled in, you will use that. But if you want it to be filled in, then you would click on fill engrave. Okay. But what I also want to bring to your attention is that with the text right here where it says font, you can look at the font, and let me close this out. I can use the WeCreate fonts, right? These WeCreate fonts, to me, no. Uh-uh. um with the WeCreate fonts, now I want you to get this in your mind. It's kind of like Cricut fonts. These fonts are owned by WeCreate, right? So they're not stored on my computer. I didn't purchase them. I don't own them. So if I were to use any of these fonts, and let's just say I fell in love with them, right? They wouldn't be anywhere else on my computer. So typically I don't use WeCreate fonts. I use my system fonts. Okay. Y'all got that? But if I found one that I like, let's say I found one, I was like, oh man, this font looks so good. I could go do a Google search for it, but I haven't used any to be like to even notice. Okay. All right, y'all good? I'm being Okay. So I normally just use my system fonts. And, so there are 459 WeCreate fonts. When you click on system, for me, I don't know how it is for you, but it's going to take, it takes, it's okay. It takes a while for the system fonts to show up, but you can see I have 1,467 fonts. So these are the fonts that I have either purchased or that came with my computer or that I downloaded from somewhere else. But these are the fonts that I have every time I open any software. These are the fonts that I'm familiar with. These are the fonts that I know. Okay, so wanted to make sure you know that. All right, and then if there's a font that I know I love to use all the time, I can come over here, and I can come over here and I can bookmark it. So let's just say I found one that I love. Some of y'all know I love to use Anton. I use that one a lot. So if I was gonna, be using it for something in here, I could go and find it. Let me see if I can find it. Of course I can't find it. Don't worry about it if I can't. Let's just say Arial, right? I can, let me go back. Come on. Oh, you want to take forever, don't you? And I can click right here to like save it or bookmark it. And then once I bookmark a font, it'll be over here in this list. I haven't bookmarked any, I don't think. Let me see. Just that one. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Marlene. Okay. Y'all got that? Hey, precious pieces. Hey, y'all coming on in. Come on in. All right. So now we went over the left panel, right? I showed you what that is. The top menu is just this menu up here. So this is where you have your undo, 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 which is, good for a lot of stuff. Right here, I think it's important to just say this right here, alerts to technology. Okay, right here. See, I don't know if you can tell, but my proportions are unlocked. So with the proportions unlocked, if I make this, small, it's not really staying together the way it should. So before you start moving things around or resizing text or whatever, make sure your proportions are locked. Okay, so I'm going to put that back. I'm just go back to undo. All right, and I'm gonna lock it. All right, so that lets me know that array, you can create arrays, offset, smart fill. We're gonna talk about all of this in a minute. Okay, so then this is where your font tells you your text styles, the size of it. You want to make it bigger, kerning to kind of put the letters together. This is for line space, for curving the text, right? So if I want to curve it, I do it right here. See that? Okay, let's go back to 0. We'll just keep it like that. That's fine. All right. And then, to weld it, to make it all one thing, and then align. All right. So we got that. Now we're going to go back over here to the toolbox. All right. So let's go right here to the toolbox. Okay. The important thing to me in this toolbox is the material testing array. I have not used batch create. I have not used batch processing. I have created a puzzle, but I use that with my Vista. But the important thing to me in here is the material testing array. And so I want to look at that now. I'm going to get something that I can do a quick test on so you can see what that looks like, okay? All right. So let me kind of just delete this. And let's go back to toolbox and let me grab, I think I have a lot of stuff over here already because I've been playing around with the stuff. I don't want to use any of that. Let me get something else. Oh, you know what? I just bought some I just bought these little compact mirrors, so I'll do it on this. Let's see how it's gonna come out. These are cute. Let me see. Cute. Huh? Come on, go over there, duh. All right, so let me put this in here. I'm gonna say this is made out of plastic. Okay, so I'm gonna refresh this. Hey, Precious Pieces and Joyce Lewis. All right, so you see the little mirror right there. Let me let y'all see. It's so cute. Let's see if I'm gonna refresh. See that? How cute. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm gonna close this out and we'll do it on this side. All right, so I'm gonna do autofocus. And I'm gonna put this on the red light, not the blue light. All right, and I am going to select material. I would say that this is plastic. It's like black plastic. And I want to do a test array. So I'm doing material testing array. And typically I don't even change any of this, right? I don't even mess with this. I just leave it exactly how it is so I can see it. And I just use whatever is there. So I'm going to click confirm. And then what I normally do is I'll bring all this stuff down so that it can fit, you know, wherever I'm trying to do my test array. So let's bring it over. Let's bring this all down. All right. Thanks, Unbiased, for telling the people. Hopefully I'm not missing much in the chat, but I can look at the chat while this is doing this thing. Now, what I also like to do is, let me bring this up. What I also like to do is ungroup it just so I can be sure that these squares will give me something different. Let me tell you what I mean by that. So you see right here on this square, see that square right there? Let me make that big. See that square? This says the power is 100, the speed is 4,000, the line density is going to be the same for all of them. So this one has a power of 100, speed of 3025. This one has so I just want to be sure, right, that it's going to do what I need it to do. Now this line right here, I really don't need this, so I'm just going to delete that. I'm also going to delete this. And I'm going to delete this little line and delete this. Since this is ungrouped, I really don't need to know that. All right, and then I'm going to do framing. Hey, Brandy. All right. So I'm gonna bring the Lumos up so we can watch it happen. So we can watch it happen. Thank y'all so much for being here. Okay. Hopefully this don't fall, y'all, because y'all I told y'all I'm low budget. Y'all don't believe me. Something fell. What fell? If I was a thing, what fell? I don't even know what fell, but as long as I don't fall, rewatch. Okay, so here I am right here. Okay, I'll bring it up more in a minute. So, what is going on? Oh, I see what's going on. Hold on, y'all. The cord for the Lumos is caught under the. Hold on. Caught under the. Right. Hopefully y'all can see that. What you don't need to see is my rhinestones. Y'all, the other day when I wore my sister's template, she didn't know that I did that. And so when y'all started buying the template, she was like, oh my gosh, people are buying the template. She was so grateful. And I still didn't tell her. I don't even have the heart to tell her. Okay, hopefully y'all can see that it's right there. Y'all can see that let me see. You can see it right there. There's the mirror. Okay, so what I'm going to do right here, see where I am right here? See where I am? See where my mouse is? Thank you, Marlene. See where my mouse is right here? I'm going to click framing. Y'all, write framing on your list. And I didn't write it. I did not write it, but I want you to write it. Let me see if I can remove my name so y'all can see that, because you don't need to see my name. You know my name already. We don't need your name. Okay, so that'll help you be able to see. See the mirror right there? Okay, so I'm going to click on framing. And when I click on framing, this is going to let me know where the engraving is going to happen, which is what I need. Framing is like print preview. Framing is like area test. Framing tells you where the engraving will happen. So I'm going to select all of this stuff, right? Because I really do want all of this to happen. And I'm going to click framing. Okay, so I can see that I need to move this over just a little bit, just so I can get the whole mirror. Okay, so that looks great. Come on, framing. All right, I'm gonna, Milo. Oh my gosh. Let me stop sharing for a second, y'all. Can you see that? Can y'all see that square? See that? You know, I don't know if that helps, but can you see that? Okay, so that square tells me that's where the engraving is going to happen. I'm going to remove my paper. I just put it there so you can see it. So I click framing, and now I'm going to press start on the computer, and I'm going to close the lid, and I'm going to press this button right here. It tells me that this is going to take 49 seconds. So I'm going to click send, and I'm going to press the button. It's going to take 49 seconds. It doesn't look like it's doing anything, but it is. Okay, good. Good. Okay. All right, so it's finished. See that? You see that? Okay, so I'm looking at this. And if I were going to engrave, like if I was going to be putting a phrase on here, right? I would probably go with 33 and 100, because that one looks the best. And so you might be like, well, what is 33 and 100? What are you talking about? So 33, 30 right down here, see where it says power? I don't know if y'all can really see it. I don't know. I'm terrible at this. Well, right here it says power. And I can see the power is 33. And over here, this is for the speed. So I will set my speed at 100, and then I could engrave whatever I wanted to engrave, and it would show up nicely. Now let's try it. Let's try it with a file, okay, or just some text, right? So I'm going to just turn it over. Now that I know I've done my test, do the test, okay? So I'm going to just turn it over, and I'm just going to type some text, and I'm just going to try it out. So I'm going to click complete. I'm going back into the software so y'all can see it. Okay, so you're back in the software. I don't need this anymore. Okay. And honestly, I wouldn't need to write that down because I have this to let me know what settings work, right? So I can look, okay, what settings do I need to use for these mirrors that I'm making for this bridal party, whatever, right? So I know what the settings are that work. So I can go back in here. I can click on the T for text. I can, type whatever I'm going to type. Let's see. I would just say, hey, girl. Something like that, right? And I want it to be fill engraved like this, right? And I'm going to make it, smaller. See, I did the thing I said don't do. So right now, let me go to undo. And let me click on this and lock the proportions so that when I do make it smaller, the proportions still, they're still good. Right. So right here, I'll move it over, and I would change that font because that's a little basic, right? So let me look at one Javanese. Let's go with this one. I think Miles used this recently. That's why it's here. I think it's cute or whatever. It's cute or whatever. Okay, like that, right? So let's go with that. And so what would I do? My power was power 33, speed 100. So I'm going to put that back. I'm putting it back on right here. So power 33, speed 100, line density is 100. I'm going to click framing, right, to make sure it's in the right place. Okay, so I need to move it over. Right? So, because I want it to be like centered. That looks really, really cute. All right. And then I am going to click start. Close this. I'm going to turn off we'll stop sharing so you can see. And I'm going to click send. And I'm going to click the button. Come on, basic font. Is this helping? Hopefully it is. If you have a WeCreate and you're like, I'm afraid to try it, I'm afraid to start or whatever. I'm afraid to, use it. I don't know what the settings are. Do the test array. Like when you buy blanks, make sure you know that if you buy 5 blanks, you really only have 4 to use because one of them is going to be for testing the material. Okay. Yes. Okay. So just know that. All right. Let's see how this is gonna look. It's looking cute from my view. Now, like I said, I know text is not on there, but write that down. Write down framing. I did not add that, but write that down. Framing is important. Um, do your test array. It's important to do it. So you should do one for each thing you plan to use, so you don't mess up. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. See that? Isn't that so cute? Isn't that so cute? Yep. Yep. So I wasted one blank, but really I didn't waste anything because look at how cute. Amanda, you don't even want to know how much time I spend scouring for blanks. Isn't that a cute blank? Like, hey girl, like, and it's you. Come on over there and let it be you. Hey girl, right? I got these from Amazon. I bought a pack of, what did I buy? What did I buy a pack of? Let me see my pack, y'all. Hold on. Oh, that was disgusting what you did. Look at this. I don't even know how many came in this pack, but I saw them. I was like, I gotta have them. I think it's like maybe 25. Right? Come on, bridal shower, book club, whatever occasion, right? Isn't that so cute? Okay. So good, right? Okay. Y'all, I have so many new blanks. It's not even funny. You don't even want to know. You don't even trust me when I say you don't want to know because you're like, girl, you're doing too much. Oh yeah, that's true, Corey. Okay, so there's that. Are we good right there? All right, so right here for left panel, I reviewed the left panel. Write down whatever you want to write about, the left panel. I reviewed the top menu, right, to show you what's there. I think the important thing to write down about the top menu is to lock the proportions. So even on mine, I'm going to write that down. Lock the proportions. Remember to lock the proportions. Okay. Is that the same Lumos that's on? Yes. Okay. Toolbox. So the toolbox, that's where you have like puzzle templates. I forgot what else was in the toolbox, but I kind of wanted you to see the toolbox. Do this. Okay. All right. So material test array, that's what this is. I do a test array on pretty much everything. Like on all of my, not all of them, that's not true, but on a lot of my tumblers, you'll see a test array. On keychains, because like I said, we made those keychains for the nurses. So we did the color test array, right? I did the color test. I just shrunk it down so that it would fit on the back of this keychain. And then, you test it out to see what color you want to use. Okay. You can definitely do this with the 10 watt. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. We good on that? You did, Amanda? Amanda, you want to see something else that's really cute? Let me know. Because I got a lot of cute stuff. Thank you, Julie. And always shopping. But now Peter has surpassed me because he is the king of Temu. What's higher than the king? Because he's going to be the ambassador. I promise we get a Temu package every day. So sick of it. I'm over it. Okay? All right. All right, y'all ready? You want to see right now, man, or you want to wait till later? Okay, look, let's talk about offset. Okay. Y'all, let me show y'all these cute little blanks here for 1 minute. Pause. This will be the time. The king is at the top. Well, he gonna have to be in partnership with something because listen, I'm biased. He is doing the most. He's shopping more than me. Trust and believe. And y'all know I shop. He's been shopping more than me. Let me show you. I'll just show you one thing because y'all will be like judging me if I show you too much. I'll just show you this one thing because y'all gonna be judging me too much. Look at this. See this? Look at this. You can engrave right here. I bet you do. Aging Dr. Ramona, aren't these so cute? But they come in like this package came in like four colors. Aren't these so cute? I could not pass these up. I couldn't pass them up. Yes, you can engrave on the material. Yes. How cute is this? How cute is this? What are you talking about? Look. Oh my gosh. Right? Let me see. You know, now it would have been even, I was gonna say, like maybe if it had a mirror in it, but it's cute. Like, this is a cute gift. Cute. Cute. Yeah. So cute. All right, let's get back to the thing. Let's talk about offset. So cute, right? Oh, wait. Oh, it's more colors. It's black and gray in there too. Cute. I won't, yeah, we're gonna stop right there because I can go on and on about my shopping problem. Not as bad as Peter's. Listen, Paige and Dr. Ramona, I'm trying to stop, okay? I'm like, I'm like, I'll try one at the end. I'll try one at the end. It's from Amazon. Yes. You don't even want to, y'all think y'all know how much I shop because I share some stuff, but y'all would just be like, you know what, Delonda, just stop. Okay. Anyway, let's go to offset. Let's talk about offset. Yes, I got them from Amazon. Y'all, and let me see how much I paid for them first. Before I share the link, y'all be like, girl, that was not a good deal. Let me see how much I paid for them first. I feel like I try to, I got so much cute stuff. It's not even funny. Y'all, that's not even the cutest thing. It's not even the cutest thing. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me see how much I paid for. Hey, husband. You want to say hi to the people? Or
yes, that's welcome.
Okay.
So how much you shop? Too much?
I know you're not talking about Timu King. Say hi to the people.
Hey, everybody.
Love you.
Love you.
How much do you think is a reasonable price per box? Before I share it, because then y'all be like, that was not even a good deal. You didn't even get it. How much do you think is a reasonable price for each box? $4? $5.99? $4? Then I'm winning, baby. The girl is winning, baby. $3? You paid $4? So elevate. Y'all gonna make me tell y'all all my secrets. I ain't on here to share secrets. I'm not on here to share my secrets. Listen, before y'all buy stuff, calculate how much it is per item. I paid $2.55 per box. $2.55. $2.55. You are here to share your secrets. That's your whole goal in life. You only bought 5. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is 18. This one came with 18. Now there are two different sets. The other set cost more and it had like versions of pink. I didn't get that one. I got the one that had blue, pink, gray, cream, green, and black. And I did see other options, but pay attention to the number of stars, like the rating. Pay attention to the rating, and then pay attention to how much you're paying per item. What are these called? Jewelry case. I can't spell jewelry case. Jewelry case. I hope I spelled it right. If I didn't, yes, I did. Okay. All right. So there's that. And I got it from Amazon. Scrapping Like a Lady. I love that name. I love that name. Let me see how much I paid for those mirrors. Y'all, I promise you that's not even the like. Y'all might not, just like, you know what, Leonardo, I don't even want to talk to you because you're doing too much. How much can you do? How much do y'all think these mirrors cost? Each. We're not here for that. Let's go back to the thing, y'all, because we just, oh my gosh. The WeCreate, Scrapping Like a Lady. If you don't have any laser engraver at all, this is where my opinion is about to come in, and then we're gonna get back to the thing. You think the mirrors are $3 each? They were 50 cents each. They were 50 cents each. If you don't have any laser engraver at all, this is not, in my opinion. Of course, you can do whatever you want to do and you can make your own decision. However, semicolon, I don't suggest starting here. I suggest starting with the Vista. The Vista is an amazing WeCreate. I love the WeCreate Vista. I love the WeCreate Vista. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Now it's the slowest, it's the cheapest, but it also has the biggest work area. Okay. It has the biggest workspace of all of them. It's the slowest, it's the cheapest, but it has the biggest workspace. And I mean, I love it. Now, this is fast. This is, portable and lightweight and all the things. It's going to do all the things. And it has the dual, like the red light laser and the blue light. That's great. But you're limited with your space here. You're limited with the space with the Lumas. With WeCreate Vista, you're not limited because the space is big. I'm just saying. Okay. Yeah. You want the link for the mirrors? Okay. And y'all, we're going to get back to the thing. Because somebody who's not here to shop, they're going to be like, girl, we ain't even here to talk about that. And then they're going to be trying to write me a paragraph. I saw this person said, imagine writing a whole paragraph under my video and I delete it. It's like so true. Like, you spent all that time crafting what you were going to say. And then I just sat there and just deleted it. I was like, true facts. Because what? You took your time out of your life to do that? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, let me look at that one time. Let me see. And they always having a sale. The Lumas it's $1,099, and with my discount, it'll save $100. So it'll be $999. Right now it's $1,099 though. Okay. All right, let's go back into share my screen. Let's go back to entire screen there, here. Okay. All right, so I'm back in there, right? And let's look at adding an offset. So I'm gonna use this same thing right here, right? This hey girl. And let's say I wanted to add an offset to this. Now, offset doesn't really do what you think it does. Like, it's not the typical offset like what you would see in Cricut Design Space or Leonardo or Silhouette Studio. It does something a little bit different for when you're working with a laser. Okay, so let's say I want to add an offset here. So I will click right here on offset, and right here I can see the distance. Let me see if y'all can see that. Can y'all see that really good? Right, I can look and I can see the distance comes in automatically at 0.079. I have the option to have a rounded corner or like a square corner, like that. I normally don't even change that. Now, hopefully you can see that the offset is thick and it's around the letters. But if you pay attention to the E, right? Let me go back. Let's bring this up so you can see it. Let me click on offset again. Pay attention to the E. See that? Okay, Marlene. If I were to add an offset to this right now, the E doesn't have a cut in the middle, in the center of where the hole is in the E. You see that? You see that? Y'all see that, what I'm talking about? Okay, so in order to have that cut, I will have to click right here on retain contours within the bitmap. So I will bring this down closer first of all, right? Because that offset is a little bit too far, like it's too wide, right? So I will come down, closer. Let's see. Depending on where you want your offset. So right now it's on 0.017. And if I want to actually have an offset in here in the E, I would click right here on retain. And then now you can see it in there. Hopefully y'all can see that. Exactly, Jesse. So I can click confirm and then my offset is in there. So right now the offset is set to line engrave, but the text, right, is set to fill engrave. The text is set to fill engrave. So this would kind of just give me a line around what I have already. If I wanted that to be fill engrave, I could change it, right? I could change it just so I can see it. But let's see what that looks like when I do a fill engrave. So let me get something. Let me get a piece of wood so I can show you what I'm talking about. Trying to find just a small piece of wood, but maybe I need a big one so I can just keep testing it. I'll use this. Just use this little small piece right here. All right, so I'm gonna go to my blue light, and for my blue light, I am going to click on select material. This is 3mm basswood. And so let me kind of zoom back out. I can delete this now. I don't need this. Right. So right here, let's refresh. All right. And let's make this a little bit smaller. It don't need to be that big so I can have more space to test stuff. And then let's do framing. Okay, it could be a little bit bigger. All right, that's perfect. And all right, let's click on the wood and let's see how dark we want it. So for the part that is fill engraved, I have the option to change that. So let's say I want that to be on, I don't know, 100 and 305. And then for the line engraved, it's on 100, 158. Let's go with that. Okay. So I am going to click start and I'm going to close this. It's going to take 32 seconds. Wait, let me click cancel. I'm going to do the whole thing. Let me stop sharing. All right, let me see that other thing looking. Yeah. So I'm gonna close this. So you see where my framing is right here in this little corner. So I'm gonna close this. And I am going to click start. And it's going to take 32 seconds. And I'm going to just press the button. Well, I'm going to press send first and then press the button. So the regular offset around the word. And if you don't do the retain contours, Paula Sellers, it'll just be around the whole thing instead of each letter. So you have to decide, like, do I want the offset to be around every letter or just the whole word? It's fine. Thank you, Miss Joyce. Yeah, it's fine. See that? So, like I probably would make that darker. I might make that offset a little bigger, maybe. Right? So let's see. Let's try it again. I'm going to click complete. And let me look at my settings. So 100, 305 is what I used the first time. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't want to get ahead of myself just yet. Okay. So we'll talk about power and speed in a minute, but if I wanted it to be darker, then I would slow it down. All right. Let me see though. For that offset, if I wanted that darker, I could try. What was it on? 100, 158. This was on what? 100, 158. So I could do 175 because that offset is just not dark enough. Like I would have wanted that to be darker. And this will be a 100, 305. Let's do 100, 158. Let's do Frankie. Let's make it bigger. See the framing? Okay. So let's try that. Start. Send. Okay. Hey. Yes, that's for this machine only. So if I was using the Vista, it would be different. I'll use the Vista. I'm going to use the Vista too. So I know a lot of people have the Vista. So I made the fill engraved darker, and I also made the line engraved darker. Hey, Miss Lynn Lynn. I love that. Come on, Lynn Lynn. I like dark engraving. I don't know if y'all like me, but I like dark engraving. You have a WeCreate vision. Why? Why, Miss Joyce? Well, I guess I understand why. I mean, because it's like so scared you're gonna mess something up. But it's, I mean, really the only way to learn is to take it out of the box. Okay, so you see how I made it darker? And then I also made the line a little bit darker. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if you can tell, but I made it darker. See that? So this one was, let me see, let me click complete. The first one was on 100, 305. So I had 100 for the power and 305 for the speed. And then for this second one, I had 100 for the power and 158 for the speed. See that? So the power, I kept the power the same. When you slow the machine down, it makes your engraving darker. Let me say that again. Slowing the speed down. See, this is 305 speed. This is 158 speed. When I slowed it down, it made the engraving darker. Okay. A lot of times when you post in the WeCreate groups, in addition to having thick skin, because baby, your skin better be what? Thick, right? It better be thick. Most of the time when you post something you've made, people will say, what were your settings? I will share my settings, but I also like to tell people my settings don't matter. What's going to matter is your settings. You have to try the stuff out yourself. You have to test it out yourself. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about what we did with offset. Now with offset, I said, if you're trying to get, your cuts or your lines or the hole right in between the letters, then you want to make sure you do that retain contours. Okay. So right here, I'm going to put retain contours for closer offset. You can get some from Hobby Lobby, Miss Joyce. Okay, so what's the question? Oh, thank you. Okay, you can see it. Okay, we're going machines do I like the most. Paula, I like the Vista. But like I said, Paula, if you look below this video, I did a tutorial where I talked about all of the machines I have. I compared them. I demonstrated how to use them. I talked about the price of each, the size of the work area, because that matters. To me, it does. To you, it might not. I talked about the speed of each one. I talked about the cutting depth of each one. I talked about what made each machine unique. I talked about, who each machine was good for. And then I shared additional information. I do feel like this video, if you watch the video where I talked about this and you use this document, you'll be able to make an informed decision on which one you think is best for you. Okay. I love the Vista though. I love this. I think this is a great machine. No shade, Loomis. You cute or whatever. Hey, you cute. I mean, you all right. Right? But I still love the Vista. Okay? I'm gonna say that. Okay? Okay. That document is already linked below this video, and that video should be linked there too. Okay. All right. Hopefully that is helpful. All right. Now let's talk about this tool at the top. Let's go to the window. All right. All right, I'm going to just delete this. I don't need that anymore. You did? Okay. All right. So let's talk about this toolbox at the top. Now, right now, I don't have anything on my canvas. That's why it's not showing any tools. Kind of just like Cricut Design Space. Have I tried engraving on jeans? I haven't. I think the most unique thing we've done recently was pins, because I don't know if you knew Roberta, but one of the ladies in my book club, her dad passed away, and my contribution to instead of giving money was to make the gifts for the nurses, for her to thank the nurses. And we made some pins. We engraved the names of the nurses on the pins, and it came out really cute. All right, so I'm gonna add two shapes. Let's go and add a circle. Hold on. And let me lock the proportions. Oh my gosh. And then I'll add let's add a triangle. All right, so now remember when I said when you add something to the canvas, the next on your list, Amanda, you have Illumis, it's so easy. Scrapping like a lady. No, that house next door, you don't know. Listen, scrapping like a lady. I am not the neighbor they love. They love Peter. I'm telling you, when the kids see me coming, they start crying because they know they're not getting nothing. Peter gonna have a snack, a treat, something. We gonna get them kids something. But anyway, so look, I'm over here and I'm gonna bring the view up, right? So I have a circle and I have a triangle, right? And they're both on line engraved. Remember I said when you bring something to the canvas, it automatically turns it to line engraved. Now, if you are working with two things and it's hard to see the things, you can change the color up here. Like I can just change this to blue, even though it doesn't change the color of the engraving. It's just going to change it here so you can see it better. Okay. So I think it's important to know that the color here, it really doesn't do anything but help you see it better. Right. But what also helps you see it better to me is if it's, filled in. So that's just personal opinion. All right. So up here, you have a pen. Let's see. Let's say I select both of these two shapes, right? If I don't have them selected, then nothing up here is highlighted, right? There's nothing. But if I select both, then I have options for what I can do up here. Okay. Let me make this big so you can really see it. Hopefully you can see what's going on. Okay. Y'all see that? You can see that there's a blue line around the circle. Can you see that? Can y'all see that? Let me see if I scoot it over. Can y'all see that the circle has a blue line around it? Chris, I didn't even use that. I used this. I just used this. Well, Miles did. Okay, so if you see that these two shapes are together, but they're really still separate, right? They're not really together. If I want them to be together and have the same, functions or features, then I would select both of them and then I would merge them. Okay. Okay, let me look at my notes. Okay. Now with this toolbox up here, this is another reason why I don't really do a lot. Hey, Jess. This is one reason why I don't really do a lot of designing here, because I'm not as familiar with these terms as I am as the one in Silhouette Studio, Leonardo Design Studio. So I really don't design here, but let me show you what happens. So if I click merge, right, I have the option to merge graphic shapes, subtract, merge overlapping, or subtract overlapping. If I select merge, it's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like group. The items don't even have to be touching at all. They don't even have to be touching. If I select merge, it's just going to remove that square from around the circle. Okay, so I'm going to select merge and it changes them to the same color. Now you don't see a square around it. They're kind of together, even though they're not touching. Does that make sense? Chris, it was so easy on Loomis. Like it was seconds. Does this make sense? Okay. Now I know if we were going down the list, that's not the merge overlapping is not what comes next, but I want you to understand what the difference is between merge and merge overlapping. So, but first in here, I want you to write down what happens when you click merge, right? So I would just say two shapes become one even when they're not touching. You might even draw that like a circle and a triangle so that it's one thing. Okay, so I'm gonna click undo though. Okay, and I'm gonna select those again. But this time I'm gonna bring the circle over to the triangle so that it's touching. Just a little bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna select the circle and the triangle, and hopefully you can see that there's some overlap. You see a line like around the triangle, and you still see this line for the circle. Okay, so with both of them selected, I'm going to select merge overlapping, and let's see what happens. Do you see what happened? When I merge overlapping, the only thing that's left is what was keeping those two together. Okay. So only the part that was overlapped becomes a shape and everything else goes away. Okay. Now let me show you that again, but this time I'm going to use text. Okay. I'm going to show you again, but this time I'm going to use text. So let's delete this triangle. Let's just use this circle and let me add some text to it. So let's say I type, let me see. Let's say I type the word joy, because that's the word I used in the other tutorials, right? Joy. All right. And let's bring the size of it down. Oh, let me undo that and lock the proportions. I always forget to do that. Let's bring the view down. And let's do fill engrave. Okay. Let's put it right there in the middle, right? And let's say I select both, right? And I choose the option to merge graphic shapes. Remember, I said merging graphic shapes brings them together even if they're not touching. Okay, so I'm gonna click that. See that? It's gone. See that? I heard that. Okay, Chris, no problem. See, it's gone. It's like not in there. Let's look at the layers panel and see. There's nothing, right? And close that out. I'm gonna click undo. And let me do that again. This time I'm going to select merge overlapping shapes and see what happens. See? So it changed the color of the word joy to blue, and it got rid of the circle so that the only thing that's left is the text. Yes. Because merge just brings it all together no matter what. It just puts it all, it's all one thing now. Okay. All right. So now let's try something else. Let's delete this. Well, we'll keep this. We'll keep this word joy. Let's bring in another shape. Let's bring in a heart. And let's lock the proportions. And let's put it on fill engrave. And let's put this word here. Let's put it on top. And let's select both. This time we're going to look at subtract, right? So we looked at merge graphic shapes. You saw what happened. We looked at merge overlapping. You saw what happened. Let's look at what happens when I subtract. Everything is gone. Let's see. Everything is gone. Okay. Let's see. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's let me see if I remove this. Let me type it again as text. Let's put this on fill engrave. Let's lock the proportions. I feel like my proportions used to always be locked. I don't know why they're not locked anymore. I don't know. I don't know if y'all are experiencing that too, but I don't know. Okay, let's see. And let's select both. Let's see. It should not. Okay, there it is. All right, so do you see what happened? Subtract removes the top layer. Subtract removes the top layer. Okay, so let me click undo. And let me move this over a little bit so that only part of the word joy is in there, no matter what. So, and let's look at the layers panel. See the layers panel? In my layers panel, what's on top is the purple layer and what's on bottom is the orange layer, right? Subtract removes the top layer. I could use this for a knockout, right? I would use that for a knockout method. You do, Chris? I don't feel like it was like that though. When I first got my WeCreat, I don't feel like I always had to lock the proportions. Okay, so you see where I am right here? Let me close this out. So if I select it now, let's see what would happen. I'm going to go back to merge and subtract. It removed the whole thing because the purple layer was on top. Do you see that? Are all the functions the same? I would not say so. To me, elevate, sometimes I get confused in here. That's why I don't do a lot of designing in here. Okay, so you see that? It removed the whole word, even the part that wasn't touching the heart. Y'all see that? Let me do that again because I really want you to understand that. Let's pretend like I use I don't know, a circle. Let's add a circle. And let's make the circle, I don't know, let's make the circle blue. And let's fill it in, right? Even if these two items are not touching, right? Let's look at the layers panel, right? You see where I am right here on the layers panel? What's on the top? Let's delete this. Let's close. So on the top, I have a blue circle, and then I have this orange heart. If I move the orange heart to the front, let's see. Let's change this to Milo Hush. Let's change that color to red, right? Let's look at the layers panel. What's on top is the red circle. What's on the bottom is the blue heart, right? Whatever is on top will be removed when I click subtract. So I can close this. I can select both of these and I can go to merge and subtract. And the circle will be removed because it is the top layer, whether it's touching or not. If you're wondering, like, what does subtract do? It just removes the top layer. That's all it does. That's all it does. That's it. Okay. So on here, for subtract, I'm going to write removes the top layer. That's all it does. Okay. Now let's go back and see how subtract is different from subtract overlapping. Okay. All right. So let's put let's put these two together right here. Well, let's just put it back like this and see what happens. And let's go to merge, subtract, overlapping. Nothing is going to happen because nothing is overlapping. Okay, so let's go to undo and let's kind of like make it overlap just a little bit, right? I can select both and then I can go to merge, subtract, overlapping, and it's only going to remove the parts that were overlapping. So if I was making a design and I did just one of the letters, I will remove the bottom. I don't know what you mean, Miss Joyce. See that? So let's just say, for example, let's go back and grab text. Let's say I wanted to type crafty. I'm just going to type crafty, like that. And I'm going to lock my proportions. She better remember to lock the proportions. And let's do fill engrave. And let's remove this stuff right here. And let's kind of make that small. Let me unlock the proportions so I can make this tall. And let's make it bigger like that. And let's see, let's add an offset to this. Let's return the contours. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Let's bring it down just a tiny bit. Okay, and I'm gonna click confirm. And then for my offset, let's change the color of the offset to this blue. And let's fill engrave that. That's cute. That's cute or whatever. Even though it's not going to engrave that color, right? Because this is not what that is. All right, so that looks really cute. And let's look at my layers panel. Let's delete this. Let's delete that. Hey, Patricia D. So let's select my layers. All right, so what's the top layer? The top layer is blue. The bottom layer is this orange color. Let's say I wanted to really switch that, right? Let's say I wanted this layer to be at the bottom. And let's change the color of it. Let's change it back. And let's see. I wonder if I can really do that. I want this layer to be at the top. Okay, so now I have my top layer. And if I just wanted to delete that layer, then of course I could do that, right? Or let's see, how can I just make that bottom layer be an outline? Let's see what this looks like first, right? So that's filled in. So let's go back. I would use merge, and I think I would use subtract. Let me see. No, I would use subtract overlapping. Yes. See that? So now I have that as an outline. Do you see that? You need me to do that again? Why did it leave the overlap? Oh, I don't know. Okay, let me go back. Let me make this bigger and let me scoot this over. All right. Let's all right, so right now all I have is the word crafty, right? All I have right now is just the word crafty, right? That's all I have, just the word crafty. We got that part and my caps lock is on, right? We got that part. Okay, so if I wanted to add an offset to this, right? I want to just have an offset of the word crafty. I would go right here to offset and I would add an offset. Now, when I'm looking at my offset, let me make this bigger so you can see it. Right now, when I'm looking at my offset, I don't have the cutouts on in between the, like in the R, right here in the A. I don't have it and I want it, right? So I would click right here on retain contours. So I do have it because I want that. And then I would bring the offset down. Let's say I'll bring it down to like, that's a fair size. Right now it's on 0.033. The offset is on 0.033 and I have retained contours within the bitmap. I'm going to click confirm. Now, with the offset still selected, let me say that part again. With the offset still selected, I'm just going to change the color of it, right? I'm going to change it to green. And instead of it being on line engrave, I'm going to put it on fill engrave. Are we still together or am I still going too fast? We together? Are we together? Bueller. Okay, so look, if I were to move this top layer, right? Let me zoom out. If I move this layer over, that layer in the back is completely filled in. Y'all know that if you've been with me, I typically say that I don't like to, if this was vinyl, right? If this was glitter vinyl, we're in our pretending era, right? If I was using glitter vinyl, I wouldn't want to put glitter vinyl on top of glitter vinyl, that I would want to like slice it out. And there isn't really a slice feature here. There isn't one. So the way to do it would be to use the subtract, merge, subtract overlapping layers. But you have to make sure the order is right. Okay. So right here, I'm going to put this back. I'll put it back where it was. Try my best to put it back where it was. I should just click undo. Right? Let me go back and just put it back where it was. Right? So then I will select both layers. With both layers selected, you can see I have both layers selected. I'm still going to look at my layers panel to see what's on top and what's on the bottom. What's on top, hop on pop, right? Okay. So right here, I'm going to make sure the green layer is behind or on the bottom of the orange layer. So right here, I'm just going to try to switch it out. What is this? Oh, that's that. Let me delete that. Okay. All right. So I got two layers. I have my green layer on the bottom. I have the orange layer on the top. Now that I can see both layers, I'm going to go to merge, subtract overlapping shapes. When I do that, it should leave me with just an outline of the word crafty. Okay. So there it is. Okay. Thank you. Got that? And then, if I wanted to do like engraving or whatever, right, I would just make this a little bit smaller. I did not lock the proportions, forgive me, right? So then I would go over here and look at my wood and I would say, oh, I want it to be really dark. So I know 100 and 158 is good. So I would select that. I would do framing. So I would get my little piece right here, right? Let's turn it over and use a different piece. And close that out. So 100, 158. Let's do framing. Sphere. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's move it up. Okay, that's fair. And then I can close that out. And then I could click start and close this. And I'm going to stop sharing so y'all can see what's going on. Y'all can ask me any questions. Hit send and press the button. Hey, Mary D. See that? All right. What questions y'all have? The small little air purifier. Okay. But I have 3 air purifiers. I just have one for each. All right. We're almost finished. Do you want me to do the rest with Vista? You want me to do the rest with the Vista? Yeah, you have it comes with a hose. I Coria just said you can, but I haven't tried that. I have not tried that. You talking about using all the machines at the same time? Normally when I'm ready to use another machine, I just turn one off and turn the other one on. Increase the letter. I don't know how would it increase the letter, Paula. I don't know how to do that in here. There you go. I don't know this software enough to like. No, but I'm talking about opening the software and using all the machines, because as far as I know, the software will only work with one machine at a time. I don't know how to use the Vista and the Lumas at the same time is what I'm saying. But Paula, I don't design in here. I only use it really with files. Or I know what I'm gonna make already. That's cute. All right, we're almost finished. So, in case y'all wanna. Oh, really? Vista. I love the Vista. That's my personal opinion. All right. So for subtract overlapping, I wrote removes the top layer that is overlapping, and then for subtract, I wrote down it removes the top layer only. Yes. See that? All right, so I'm gonna turn this off and go get my go turn the Vista on, and then it's gonna look a little different because the settings are different. The canvas is big. Okay. All right. Let me go turn on the Vista. Come on, Vista. I gotta find some scrap. Some scrap wood. Mm. Oh. Oh. We're at the end. Okay. So I think I have to close this out. I'm gonna say no. And device we create on USB. Okay, let me show you this so y'all can see. I'm gonna share my screen. Window, call it share. All right, so we're back in, and since I turned the Lumas off, and now that it says pink we create on USB, because I keep it connected via USB, right? So it says, are you sure to activate premium membership? I'm gonna say cancel, but you can see this is bigger, right? Here I have the option to, do laser flat or laser cylindrical. It's gonna be on laser flat because I have a piece of wood in there. But you still have the same tools that you had over in the other one, right? Same tools, nothing is different. You just have a bigger working area. The Vista actually has a work area of 20.6 by 14. Let me stop sharing because I know I said I've already talked about this, and if this is going to irritate you, go touch some grass. All right, look, right here where it says size of the work area in my document that's already linked below that goes along with the video. I said the Lumas has a work area of 4.6 by 4.6. That means I can't make anything in my Lumas that if I don't have other attachments that's bigger than this, right? 4.6 by 4.6, that's the biggest. But the Vista, which is the cheapest, hey Meredith, has a work area of 20.6 by 14.7. The Vision, the 20 watt, where it has more wattage, which means it's a little more powerful. It has a work area of 16.5 by 11.4. And then the Vision Pro, they have a 40 watt. I don't have that one, but I have the 45 watt. That one has a work area of 19.7 by 12.6. So this one is the most expensive because it's the most powerful. However, the Vista has the biggest working area. Look at that, 20.6 by 14. This one costs more, and the work area is 19.7 by 12.6. Just want to put that out there. Okay. It's a process. Okay. All right. So let's get back into the things. All right. So let's look at the difference between line engrave, fill engrave, and cut. All right. So let's go with the shape again. Oh, I need to share my screen. What questions do y'all have? What questions do you have? It should be linked below, Dr. Ramona, paging Dr. Ramona. It should be in there. Hold on, let me see if it's in there. Pretty sure I put it in there. Let me share the link. The link is, I'll share the link. The discount code is my name. I'm in all caps, but forgive me. The discount code is my name. Okay. All right. And I think it saves $100. Okay, I'm going back in. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go to the window and go right here. All right, so I'm in the software, and let's talk about line engrave and fill engrave. All right, y'all can see where I am. So I have a heart right here, and I'm going to copy and paste, and I have another heart, and this one's going to be on fill engrave, and then I'm going to paste again, and this one will be on cut. Okay, so let's change the color of this. Let's change that to blue. Let's change those are fine. All right, let's look at the layers panel. Right, I have three 3 items on the canvas and I have 3 layers. I have one thing that's going to be engraved, fill engraved. I have one item that's going to be cut. When you change an item to cut, it will automatically turn it red no matter what. So you see right here, this is blue. If I were to change this to cut, it's going to turn red. Okay, so just know that. All right, and then this is on line engrave. All right, so let's select these. All right, let me select my material. I'm using 3mm basswood. Let me refresh. With Vista, you have to have the machine open. You're going to see my machine is a piece of wood is in there right now. Let's select all this stuff right here and let's bring it down and let's make this a little bit smaller. All right, and let's type. Let's do line engrave. Let's do this. Thank you, Dr. Ramona. Let's do this. Fill engrave. Let's change it to fill engrave. Got to find some extra space. I didn't lock the proportions, but you get it. Hopefully you get it. Okay, and then this is going to be cut. Let me see if I can just cut. I'll group that together. All right, so I think we are good. All right, so let's see. I'm using my 3mm basswood. I want this to be like that. And line engrave, I also want all of this to be like really dark. 100. Let's do 175. And then this for my cut, I think it's, why is it not giving me my, I think that's fair. That's a fair speed. All right. And this right here, I don't want that to be cut. Let me ungroup this because I just want this to be engraved and I want it to be engraved like that. All right, so now I'm going to do auto measure. So it's going to measure it in the Vista. And I will need to turn on the air pure. I'm not going to turn it on. It's just one little cut. I'm not going to turn on for that. Okay, and then I'm going to click start. It's going to take 10 minutes. I'm not going to do framing. I think it's fine. I hope so. I'm not going to do framing. And I'm going to go press the button and we'll see. I'll be showing y'all my other blanks that are so cute. me stop sharing for 1 second. Okay, I'll show you. I shared a picture in my, are you in my Facebook group, Katrina? These are the pens I engraved for, my son did for the nurses. We did these with the Loomis. So that's for Amira, that's for Jessica. Aren't these so cute? And they did it in seconds. This one is for Tessa. Then there's one for Jessica, Blue, and Sheila. Aren't these so cute? I can take a picture with my phone right now. Show you what my setup looks like. 1 second. Okay. My Facebook group is amazing, Katrina. They are amazing. You see that? You do? You see that? I don't know if that glare. So that's the 45 watt. Then there's the Vista. Then there's one air purifier. Then there's 2 air purifiers on the floor. And the 20 watt, you can't see it, but it's right next to the 45 watt. What are the designs clipped on plastic? They came like that. The pens came like this. And we just added the names. Thank you, Dennis. The pens, yeah, they just plastic pens. We just added the names. Silicone, maybe feel like silicone, like rubber silicone. Like that. My Facebook group is the bee's knees, baby. If the bee had knees, look at these. Aren't these cute? If that's not a cute keychain, I don't know what is. Look at these. And these still ain't even the cutest things I got. Because, baby, when I say the girl is laser blank crazy, the girl is laser blank crazy. Okay, she is. She has a laser blank addiction that cannot be cured. Okay, let me get a link to the pen. Hold on, let's see. Because I found some other ones that I like better than those. I ordered those second. Because they even make those for teachers. So cute. And I went a little overboard. She went overboard. Don't worry about if I went overboard. Worry about if you went overboard. I'm going to give you the second link because the second link is better than these. Because these were... The second set of pens that I got, one second. My little brush. These are better because Katrina. Those are good, but I got some other ones too that are good. These are better because these were 50 cents. Look at these. And it came with more. It came with more in the pack than the first set. But we had already done them. What is this? No, I'm serious. I have a laser engraving blank addiction. Look at this. Chill pills. Look at this. You cannot tell me that's not cute. We care about you. These are all nurse themed, but we bought a set that had like a teacher theme. Look how cute that is. It's so cute. These are cuter. And it's a 4.7 out of 5. Oh, these were $10 for a set of 20. Tell me that's not a deal. Go ahead and tell me because you'll be lying. These were $10 for a set of 20. I know my caps lock is on. I'm not trying to yell, but this just says feels. Aren't these cute? I feel like the other one, the first set, didn't have any for guys, so we just did all wood. Yeah, the ink is black. I think the ink is black. Let me see. Might be. I don't know. Okay, it's black. Yeah. Don't worry about if I'm blind. Worry about if you are blind. Yeah, so cute. Anyway, all right. I think it's almost finished. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, they're very cute. So we did those. We did the keychains with the lumens. Those were quick and easy because with the lumens you can do the color engraving. See that? See the colors? So pretty. Well, we just stuck with blue for all of them, and then the compression socks. And then the notebooks. We didn't do the notebooks. Cute. All right. What questions do y'all have so far? Hopefully y'all will find this out. Now remember to like the video. Don't leave me hanging. Like the video. Questions you don't have? I don't have any questions. Special notebooks? No. No. They will enjoy any notebooks. I even did the bags for the. No, I did the bags. Miles did blue. Show you. See these? So everybody is gonna have a bag with for their gifts. I did the engraving with the Loomis. Here's Amira, Sheila, Tessa, Kendrick. Didn't do all of them, and Daquan. Didn't do all of them because there's 8 people. I'm missing somebody. 2 people. Jessica and somebody else is missing. Jessica and Jose. That's who's missing. But I have their bags right here. Yeah. So you know what I did? I just like you can see it on this one. I just folded it back like this so I could do it. Just folded it back and laid it in there. And these bags came from Walmart and they were like $2. So they're gonna get 2 pens, keychains, socks, and a little notebook. And we're gonna call it a what day? So I got a bag for Jose and a bag for Jessica. But maybe I could do it in the Vista so you can see it, so you can see what it's like and get the settings if you are planning to do something like that. I just, because they have a paper setting. I think I used the paper setting. I used the light setting. See, it didn't. I could feel it, but it didn't. Hmm. All right, let me get the thing. See that? So there's the cut. See that? Then here's the fill engrave, and there's line engrave. You be bored out of your wits, trust me. So you see the difference between fill engrave and line engrave. Fill, it fills in the shape. The line just gives you basically an outline. Okay. Okay, y'all got that? So for your line engrave, fill engrave, whatever, right? I would just be writing that in. So a line, like I would just draw a heart that's not filled in. For fill engrave, I draw a heart and I would color it in, and then cut. You know what a cut is. All right. All right. Okay, we're gonna go back in the software. I have a lag, my thing lags, so y'all probably already said okay, and it's not showing up on my end. So I'm gonna hide this. I'm gonna click complete. So now let's look at power and speed, and then we'll look at line density, and I'll test out this bag and one of these so we can see how it goes. All right, so with power and speed, they really do work together. And I mean, while it's helpful to know somebody else's settings, only use those settings as a starting point. Don't use those settings as these are the settings, because that's not necessarily true. What is going to work for my machine may not work exactly for your machine. You think about, like with a Cricut, a lot of us use our Cricut to cut flock. Well, the settings that always work for me will not always work for you. And the only way to know is to test it out. Okay. You have to just try different stuff. All right. So do your test array, right? You still have the option to do your test array from the toolbox, but then also like just check, just try different things. If you look over here, right, the speed. So if I'm looking at, let's say I'm looking at a speed of 305 and I'm looking at a power of 33, I can see that it's going to be light, right? But if I look at a speed of 305 and I look all the way over here to a power of 100, it's going to be darker. Paula, listen, I am so addicted. It's not even funny. And like I said, I haven't even shown y'all half, not even a fourth of the stuff I have, because you would just say I'm irresponsible. I'm addicted to laser engraving blanks. I don't need to start a club. My name is Delonda, and I'm addicted to infusible ink and laser engraving blanks. Okay, I am, and I am not in denial about it. Okay, all right. So anyway, 100 and 158 is kind of like the sweet spot. I like that for dark engraving. I really do like that. And most of the time for my tumblers, 33 and 158 work pretty good. Most of the time, 33 and 158 work really good for my tumblers. Just putting it out there. All right. So with your power and speed, they kind of work together. Remember, the slower your machine goes, the darker it's going to be. And with cuts, the slower it goes, the better it's going to cut. I'm not even lying. Okay. I'm not even kidding. All right. So if I'm cutting something that's thicker than this, like let's just say like this is 3mm basswood, which is the most popular with working with a WeCreate. If I was cutting something and I needed it to have a more like a very precise cut, then I would slow the cut down or I would increase the number of passes. Okay. So just know that. Listen, Amanda, y'all wouldn't even want to. You'd be like, you know what, London, that's not fair. Okay, you have a lot of blanks because I do a lot of digging. Like I have something in my cart right now that I just have not pressed go because I need to because Valerie sent me a gift card and I have not used it yet. Okay, I have really the cute thing into my cart. Okay, just wanted to say that. What is it? I forgot what I even had. Okay, yes, okay. Okay, but anyway. All right, so look, so power and speed go together. Just know that. All right, line density. Line density is one of those things that I rarely ever change. But really, what line density is, like when you increase the line density, it kind of makes me think about like, it kind of makes me think about like embroidery. But let me see, what did I write down for my notes? If you think about like it's a whole bunch of lines in your engraving, right? So if I have a lot of lines and you really can't see it, right? CO2 really, Jens? Good, Amanda. That's what I need. No shame, right? There are lines in this engraving. I know you can't tell, but if I were to increase the line density, it would just bring those lines closer together, which would have made this darker. Let me stop sharing right here. If I would have increased the line density in this, I know you can't tell, it would have brought the lines closer together and that would have made this engraving darker. I don't typically increase the line density. I just don't. The only time that you'll be prompted to use a higher line density specifically is with Lumas. Because when you're doing like using the color engraving, in order to get the colors, most of the time the line density has to be at 300. So right here, see that? I don't know if you can see the colors. The line density in each one of those squares is 300. Dollar Tree cutting boards. No. You have shovels under your bed. Amanda, I had to move mine to the garage. And so all I have up here is wood and some other like blanks, but tumblers and stuff, they're in the garage because the big box that comes from Alibaba, I had to get rid of that and just get more plastic containers. All right. I'm not even kidding. You have no idea. All right, let me test out one of these bags so we can see how it's gonna go. So for this one, I did not do, I think I didn't do, let me see who I didn't do. I did not do Jessica. Let me make sure. Jessica, we'll do Jessica. So I'm gonna go put this bag in the WeCreate and then we'll test it out and see how it's gonna go. Okay, let me refresh. So with Vista, you have to keep the machine open, and I'm using so the option is for paper. Let's go with it, and let's delete all this stuff. And let me go on text. Jessica. Oh wait. All right, and then I want to be on Fill Engrave. Let's put it right there, and then let's use the same font. Recently used, I think it was this. We'll go with that, and then let's see. Did I use? Let me see. Plastic, leather. Miles, hold on, y'all. Okay. Uh, we go to. I'm gonna try this, and we're gonna see how it goes. And I think I want to do 55. I'm gonna try 55 and 453. Only way to know is to know. Auto measure. Because I did not do a test array. And so I'm gonna press start. 2 minutes. Okay, we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't take 2 minutes. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. That's gonna be perfect. All right, while that's going, I want to show y'all some other test arrays. So on this white tumbler right here, so you can look at the test array. I think, oh, so like this has a 78, 188. See that? No, that 33 is looking good. See that? Do a test array every time. On this one, oh, none of those really look good. This one right here is the best one though. See that? Not 257. Oh, okay. You want to be the queen like Peter is the king. Okay, do your thing, Miss Joyce. So then here's this one. I just went over it. I went overboard. But do your test arrays to make sure before you mess up a tumbler. So now I keep these because they're not gonna know like what to use. I think that's the right setting. Looks good so far. Oh my God, they're looking so cute. Hey, Fern. Let me show y'all this. Hopefully y'all have found this helpful. We're at the end. Have y'all found this helpful? Do y'all want to see this? Y'all don't need to see this. Y'all don't need this. Don't worry about it. Y'all don't need to see this. I tried different settings. You did? I don't have I have a Samsung watch. Y'all need to see this. Y'all need to see this. Y'all not ready for this. Yeah, that bag is finished. I should have done both of them at the same time. See how cute that is? Look at how cute this is. Oh my gosh. See that? Hey, Luminosity. Hi. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Isn't that so cute? These bags came from Walmart. I think they came in a pack of, I want to say these bags came in a pack of 10 or 12. And they're, just, I think it was like 3 of each color. It was just 3 of each color. Now, I just did this with my Vista. Okay, so if you're wondering, can I do that with a Vista? Yes, I just did this with my Vista. So now I just got to go in and change the name to Jose. And go put the bag in there. I'm going to use the same settings that I already used, which was a power of 55 and a speed of 453. That worked. Okay, so I'm going to refresh. I'm using the 2mm paper bag setting for that. I'm going to go to auto measure. You have to do auto measure every time. Or it won't even do it. I'm going to click start. And I'm going to click send and close it and get it going. And then get it out of here. So cute, right? I just put it on there. Let me share my screen. I didn't hold them down with anything because it's not like strong, I guess is the word. See, it's just on the what's it called? The bars, whatever. So the benefit to using the Lumas was that I did them faster. But the benefit to using the Vista is that I can make the names bigger because I couldn't really make these big. Like I was limited on space. And I didn't make Blue's bag blue. She got a purple bag because you get what you get and you don't throw a poop. And I bought these little notebooks. I was gonna have miles to do it, but I can just test these out right quick and see. I found a cute little quote on Creative Fabrica to add to these. My little hush. I don't want to hear that. These are, I mean, these were, I mean, I thought like they were cheap and cute and cheap. Maybe not cheap, that's not the right word. Budget friendly, economical. I'll try these two. All right, let me stop sharing. Paula, listen. Gotta use the machines you have to do the things. But some of y'all saw that me and my kids and my husband, we did like a family Bible study the other day, and we were talking about faith in action. And at the end of our little Bible study, we were talking about like prayer requests because that's just how we end it. But I was saying that sometimes, I don't know if y'all ready for that conversation. Don't worry about it. I'll save that for my Facebook group. Here's Jose's. We'll save that conversation for another day. All right, we good? Are we good? Y'all good? We good? Oh, Milo, hush. Good. Y'all know I have lag, so y'all probably seeing all kinds of stuff, and it didn't come through on my end yet. Fresh. We're gonna get out of here because y'all got things to do. I got things to do. I'm gonna rest for a little bit before we go on our little date night. Copy. Where is it? Okay. Okay, that looks really good. Y'all, I can't see. I don't know if y'all say anything or if I'm just talking to myself. Hmm. Cool. Y'all have any questions before we get out of here? Official everything. Okay, hold on. I don't know if y'all ready for that, but I will. I'll show it to you. Let me get these going. Align. And all right, and then 1 second, I'm gonna show it to you. Let me get this going, and then we're gonna just double check that we accomplished the goal, and we're gonna get out of here. 55 or 53. Okay, auto measure. Okay, over vinyl. You can cut vinyl. I don't know about engraving over it. No, you can cut it. Start. This is gonna take a while, so you're proud of the work you do, person. This gonna take a while, but maybe I could just make it a little smaller. And I'll show you the other thing. Thank y'all for being here with me today, though. I want to make sure I say that because you could have been doing anything with your time and you spent it with me. So I appreciate that. And I never want to take it for granted. So thank you. All right, let me try it. I'll share what it looks like later in the group so y'all can see it. This thing that I bought would only you would, if you don't have the 2-watt IR for the Vista or the whatever other WeCreate, you can't use it. But this is for use with the Lumas with the red light. Okay, I got that. So this is, you would need the IR laser, the infrared laser for these, for what I'm about to show. Yeah, I don't use that library, Sean. I only use Creative Fabrica, or I make this stuff myself. You're reading Rooted? We are reading Elevate. The book is on my counter. I forgot the name of it. I'm only on the 3rd day anyway, but okay, about that. You heard me? Yay or nay, pump it or dump it. Yay or nay, pump it or dump it. The lag is real. I have to restart my whole Wi-Fi or something because it ain't right. And I can't see it from my phone. Um, Y'all, when I tell you, oh my gosh. Okay, this. Can you see this? I can see the. Let me see. See how cute this is? You can engrave these. These are laser engraving blanks. Like there's nothing showing up here. Aren't these so cute? So cute. But you have to have the red light laser for it because you can't do it with the blue light. Love. In love. All right. I'll save the rest of my blanks for my Facebook group. Yes. I'm telling you, listen. Hey, Steven. Listen. Listen. I'm telling y'all wouldn't even. I shop. I shop. Paula, I'm telling you, I it's an addiction. You know how people have an addiction to rhinestones or vinyl or whatever, shrimp, chicken. I have an addiction to laser engraving plates. Not even denial about it. Okay, so we good on this though, y'all? We good on this? Y'all good on this? This writing right here is from one of those nurse pens. Thank you, Gloria. Hey, Danny's class. Okay, y'all good? Yes, Gina, I got from Amazon. Okay. Um, hopefully this did help you though. The thing that I'm engraving on those journals will also go to the nurses. But it's gonna take a while and I don't want to just hold y'all up. I will I will post the finished journals in the Facebook group just so y'all can see it. The settings I used was for the corrugated paper. How to import? You just click import. Oh, what? Thank you for saying. Oh, I can't show right now because it's on. Let me see. I'll open one. Let me see if it'll let me do it while that's going. Oh, it will. Okay. Let me go back in and share that. Thank you for reminding me about that, Gina. Uh, all right. So I just opened a new screen. I'm gonna just show a picture. I'm just show a picture of it, Paula. So right here is where I was for the other one, right? That's what's going right now. But I just open a new window and if I click on import, typically I like to use SVGs because you have more freedom when you're using an SVG than when you're using a PNG, right? A PNG is a picture and you have to know how to process a picture. I'm not good enough to teach you that. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. So I won't even pretend like I am. But if I click on import, right, and I import a file, like this file right here that I'm using right now, I can click right there and I can click open. This file came from Creative Fabrica. When it comes in, it's going to come in big and it's going to come in ungrouped and it's going to come in with a lot of pieces. The good thing about when you're working with an SVG, you can take out the parts you don't like. So I do plan to use this for all of the nurses, but maybe for the ones for the guys, I don't add the flowers, right? So I could just delete that part. But if you look, you can see that, there's a box around everything. See what I'm saying? And if I look in the layers panel, I can see all of these pieces that go with this file. And if there's something that I didn't want, I could delete that. So that's the benefit of working with an SVG. Like if I want to just like take this stuff out, I could just delete that. But when you're working with the PNG, it's not that easy. Let me undo that because I didn't mean to delete the word B. So I could delete all that. Or I could delete it from here. So typically, when I'm working with a file in WeCreate, I'm using SVGs. I don't use PNGs. Some people do, depending on what they're making. Okay, I got that. So I wish I could. Let me see if I could. No, so you can't do. I was trying to like hold the shift key and just like delete multiple pieces. All right. I need to save this anyway so I could do the gift for the guys. I will clean that up a little bit more. Like, what is all that? So many little pieces. I need to add a period right there. All right. This is my this is my struggle, not yours. Where's all of this? It looks like this is text, but it's really not. You can't even, like, if I wanted it to say something else, I would have to type it. Because whoever made this, they made it like it's not text like it looks like it is. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna stop sharing. I am gonna save this because I'm gonna use it for the guys. I need to add a period, but I'll do that at another time. All right. Okay, y'all got that? How to import? Got that? Everything is good. All right. We accomplish our goal to learn about the key terms in the WeCreate Make It software. We accomplish our goal. Okay, I can only see it here for some reason. Okay, thank you. All right, thank y'all so much for being here. Let me show y'all this picture, and I'm gonna tell you what my friend said today at her dad's funeral. She spoke at his funeral, which I thought was, I don't know, hard to do. Like, I wonder, like, could I have done that? Um, she said one thing her dad used to say was that when someone gives you, basically, like, I'm paraphrasing, when someone gives you their time, that you treat it as a gift because time is the one thing you can't get back. Like, if somebody gives you money, you can get, they can get more money, right? They're working or whatever, wherever they got the money from the first time, they can most of the time get more money. But time is so much more precious than money because you can't get your time back. So I just want to say thank you for spending your time with me today because I know you could have spent your time anywhere. And I just want you to know that I appreciate that. But anyway, this was us today. Her dad's favorite color was yellow. And so she asked us to wear yellow. And that's us today. So thank y'all for spending your time with me. And hopefully you did find it helpful. Don't engage in road rage, you guys. Do not engage in road rage for no reason at all, no matter what. Even if you're right, don't do it. It's just not worth it. It's not worth your life, right? Just let them be right, right? Let them be right.
It doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't even matter. Okay? Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it more than you know. And if nobody told you they love you, I love you. Okay? Bye, y'all.